Hi everybody, this is Nora, and I wanted to come tonight and show you how I go about refilling my cuticle oil pens, okay? And this is something I didn't even plan this at all. I didn't know how this was gonna go. So what I did, I first recorded myself showing how to open the pens and refill them and closing them back up. And I'm not talking during that session, but I will get to that later. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the time now and kind of explain to you a few things. Feel free to leave comments, questions below, and I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. But first off, what I want to point out is that I have pens here these are from Pure Joy and Bliss Kiss, okay? And so I wanted to show you, I have some of them they're different sizes. This is a bigger size that I have from Pure Joy. But one thing that I discovered while doing this, I had done I had three from Bliss Kiss that I have refilled before, so I knew what to expect there. On these two, the two from Pure Joy, I had never refilled before, so I didn't know what to expect, and I had a couple of surprises, but nonetheless I was able to make it work. And the reason for that, what I want to point out is not all pens are refillable. There's a model that the structure, the way it is set up, it's just impossible to put it back together or something. But these I'm able to refill. One thing that I want you to notice here, hopefully it will come up on camera, this one from Pure Joy, it has a metal spring in there. I don't know if you can see it. If I put something, I don't know if you can see the spring. So when I opened it up, I'm going to show you, you'll see it on the video. This one, I didn't even know it had that spring in there. I couldn't even tell it had it, but I managed to get it open. This was the one that gave me the hardest time opening it, and but I was able to put it back in place. Okay, the easiest one to open was the jumbo one, this large one. It was super easy to open. Not sure why. And as far as the part, this one does not have the spring, the metal spring in it. One thing that I did notice also with these two is that the part that you notice when you turn these, they click. So that means this is actually going down to push the oil down to the bristles. One thing that I noticed in these two, when I open them up, don't know what these parts are called, but the part that goes down to push the oil, it was already down and it stayed down. So one thing that I had to do was make use of pliers to really go in there and then pull that back out so I can pour the oil and then put the cap back on. On this one, yes, on this one I managed to pull this end out, and then I pushed the little mechanism up to get it out. You'll see that again on video, and it's probably going to look like a total mess, but I don't want you to get discouraged. As far as how hard it is to open these up, it's hard, and it is when the very first time that I had to try to get these open right here, I had to get my husband to do it. It just took a lot of force, and I don't know if after that maybe they just got a little better, but I've been able to pop them open myself. You do need yourself, get yourself a grippy like this. I didn't have to, so I cut this one in half, and it worked just fine. As far as you'll see again on the video how I go about opening them. So these I've had for a while, and these I'm able to pop them open and refill a lot easier. One thing to keep in mind is when you do this, make sure you pay very close attention to how these parts look when they come out, because you got to make sure you put them back. You have to put them back in the exact same way, okay? That's the main thing. And yes, be prepared to have oil pretty much all over, so work in an area that you have protected. You will have, if you do multiple pens, you have to wash your hands, get the oil out of your hands in between pins, so again you have a good grip, and then wash your grippies so you can do that and do the pins individually. Let's see, what else can I tell you? So yeah, I used my oil to fill these up, closing them back up and clipping them back on. That was very easy. You will want to make sure you have the cap on when you press down on this top part so you don't mess up the bristles. And that's it. Oh, one thing that I will mention, you do not want to overfill them. Many of them, you can't even tell, you won't be able to tell where to stop hardly, okay, unless you've gone through the trouble of marking yourself. But it's better to underfill than to overfill, because I will show you what happens. I don't know if you can tell. This one I overfilled. I filled it up too much. And then when I put the cap on, by then and I pressed down, it was just, it kind of went up the cap, and so I just put too much oil in it. I think you can see that. So yeah, keep in mind not to overfill them. Better to underfill than to overfill, so that you don't make a mess when you're putting that cap on. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to leave you now, insert the part where you'll see me opening these up. So there you go, guys. You saw how I went about refilling my oil pen. So again, if you have questions, leave them below and I'll be more than happy to answer. So if you guys like this little tutorial, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and thank you for watching.